So it's been said that OBlock's top member, Trey, has gotten shot. And it happened out of town. It didn't happen in Chicago. And what's crazy is that a lot of these guys from Chicago, you know, these illustrious members, well respected, it seems like when they go other places, they start lacking. But when they're in Chicago, they're on point, because that's where all their ops are at. The same thing happened to Vaughn. He wasn't really on it like how he was on it when he was in Chicago. So I think that has something to do with it. Whenever they leave Chicago, something always happens. And what's crazy is that only probably less than 1% make it out of Chicago. So that's when they should leave the street life alone. You know, all that stuff they was doing, because they got lucky to make it out. People were saying that, you know, it was some kind of robbery, that they tried to rob him, he didn't want to give it up. But what I was thinking, probably he was trying to rob them and he didn't know that they were strapped. I believe it probably was more of something like that, because OBlock guys, they're known for doing a lot of robberies. Not just making it rain on people. They've done a lot of armed robberies. That's what they do. Not all of them hustle and sell drugs. Half of them do stick-ups. So that was already in his blood, doing stick-ups and robbing people and stuff like that. So it could have been that way, that he was trying to rob somebody, just like Big A. Remember they said Big A, you know, he tried to rob the people inside the store and one of them was strapped? So it could have been a situation like that. And the reason why I say that probably he was trying to rob somebody and not somebody trying to rob him and he didn't want to give it up is the fact that I don't think he was that brave to not give it up, knowing what he knows going to happen to him. You know, because he done a lot of stuff to a lot of people. So that's already in back of your mind. The minute you start doing stuff, you expecting it to come back. You just don't know when. So I'm quite sure he knew that if he didn't give it up, that they was going to do to him what he's done to other people. And one thing, remember Brick said he saw Trey 5 in jail. He told him FOD to his face. And he said Trey 5 didn't do nothing. So if he was the type that was ready to go all out, or ready to, you know what, he would have fought Brick whether he got destroyed or not. So that shows that he's not prepared for the worst to happen to him. Unless he'd have took his chance with Brick. Whether Brick was bigger and stronger, he would have still fought. You understand? So that's why I don't think that he didn't give it up. Because if you're afraid to get beat up, you definitely afraid to get shot. Lil B was the bravest member in Chirac. He was fearless. They was comparing Lil B to the African lion, Mr. T. Maybe he was trying to rob them and he didn't know they were strapped. Like I said, the same thing happened to Big A. Or it could be true that, you know, they tried to rob him and probably tried to fight, or he said no. Not even Vaughn, you know, would have said no. He would have gave it up too, but he would have came back. And that's probably what Trey 5 is going to do. If they robbed him like that, like how people say, oh, he ain't give it up, he's some gangster, so that means he's coming back.